If I had Captain,
Ascending.
if I had U.S. agents mask on, and I'm just like this.
Yeah. I would think that you're a...
I'm telling you right now, he doesn't look like that bad anymore. He doesn't look like that bad anymore.
Yeah. He looks fine.
I mean, that's Kurt Russell's son.
Yes.
I don't care what anything happens. It's Kurt Russell's son.
Falcon. Winter Soldier.
Are we recording it? Is it recording right now?
It's going. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Are we using this too?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm standing up.
Stand up, Layla. Sam and Bucky. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Bucky and Sam. Boom, bump on us.
Sam and Bucky.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Bucky and Sam.
It's Falcon and the Winter Soldier hanging out, just two buddies getting into trouble, doing things in the MCU. Who's got the shield? Wow.
Let's talk about it.
Welcome back to the Squadcast Podcast reviews.
Yeah.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 3.
Winter Soldier.
We are officially halfway through this limited series.
It breaks my heart.
It's only 6 episodes. I know. It's
We're
a sad
midway.
time. But by
Manson.
far, the biggest episode, things are happening.
Yes.
This is real.
We start off, spoilers ahead,
Spoiler right now.
run through the episode, and then we'll give our thoughts on it.
That's
so
right.
we start off with Zemo.
Zemo.
Sam and Bucky are hanging out with Zemo.
Well, they got to him. Yeah, they had to get to
They
him.
got to him, and there was a nice hypothetical equation that Bucky laid out to Sam that, this is how we would do it. And then,
That was cool as hell.
And then little
Yeah,
did you
that
know
was
that
cool.
it already happened. And in through the curtains walks Zemo.
He's like, hypothetically, can I tell you?
Zemo's so...
Zemo's an interesting turn. He's
I
very
like what
much
they're doing. All
he's
them
very much
together.
team
Exciting.
no superheroes.
Yeah.
Well, superheroes are what destroyed his life.
Yeah. So they're a squad now, and the only way to find out more information on the super soldiers is to go to Madripoor, which in the comics is a very it's a regular stopping place for mutants. Madripoor.
That's why a lot of people are asking about mutants right now.
yeah,
A lot of people are asking about mutants.
Well, that didn't really get brought up much.
Maybe not in this, but people they're like, when do you think that mutants are... Anyway.
But yes, so we're there, and we're infiltrating. It's like the bowels of New York.
Also, Zemo's rich.
And Zemo's rich. He's a baron.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Straight
got
from
money,
the
bro.
comics.
He's got money, man. Don't mess with him.
So he's loaded. He's connected, and he's
I love him.
on a mission.
I'd love him for
And
$150,000
he
a
sees,
year.
I'm not saying I'm Team Zemo, but I can see where he's coming from.
I mean, I would join Team Zemo.
He's pretty cool with them.
He's kind of cool with
He's
them.
got a cool mask on.
Yeah.
And I like his lines.
It's like this Dark Avengers kind of team. This Thunderbolts kind of,
Who would you say
they have a
joins him?
mission to do well, but they're kind of bad.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad?
Ish. In
Somewhat
essence,
like that.
yeah.
They're somewhat like that.
So they're trying to figure out who's behind the super soldier serum. They meet up with an old friend, Sharon Carter.
Such a sweet girl.
Sharon Carter.
So beautiful.
And she's in a dark place.
Oh, grimacing.
All grimacing.
Can I get the address of this dark place?
Well, it is in Hightown.
Would I
In
make it?
Madripoor.
I wouldn't make it.
No, I don't maybe. But she's been fine arts under the table black market dealing for 7 years apparently.
Tony Stark never found her?
I mean, he was not involved. He didn't care.
It's the truth.
Nobody cared,
Nobody cares.
which is kind of messed up.
But we have Sharon show up.
So she shows up to save the day, really,
They can save a lot.
because they get in some trouble when they're trying to figure out where the super soldier stuff is coming from, and somebody dies.
Yeah. A few people
A
died.
few people die.
There's a few people that died.
And we learned that only Americans would take a very fashion-forward black guy as a pimp. That's words from Zemo.
He did say.
I love that line.
Best.
It's like, leave it to Zemo. Just put us Americans out. Just right out there.
He's very straightforward in what he says.
Yeah. So this was Zemo's episode.
Yeah.
By far, which I think was.
It was important. We talked about it before.
It was
the show.
good.
We talked about it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Yes.
But they, so they are with Sharon, and they're trying to figure out where exactly this super soldier scientist is.
And Sharon, she's hot in the case.
Yeah. She finds him. And it's in
A little too easily.
very too easily.
Meh.
Yeah, she got some
Marvel.
information. Yeah.
Easy road for Marvel.
But so the three guys go in to talk to the scientist, and Sharon's gonna hang outside and be point guard.
Beat people up.
Point guard.
Make sure no one shows up.
And like 20 people
and a lot of people
up.
show up, and she kicks ass.
Beautifully.
And the guys are just like, in talking to the scientists, like, hey, give us all your information on the super soldiers.
Come on.
And then he kind of does, and then Zemo's like, you're dead.
Yeah, we do. We find out that, so this guy, what was his name?
I forgot.
Nelson.
Something.
So
Scientist.
Scientist guy. So he worked for Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
Then he worked for the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
CIA gave him,
Funds?
no, the samples from,
Oh.
what's his name?
Banner.
Not Banner, the
Isaiah.
other guy. Isaiah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
man.
the CIA gives the scientist Isaiah's blood samples. He's able to recreate the super soldier serum, but without the use of any, big machines and no like physical, like bulking up like Cap did.
Yeah.
It only enhances what you have to like super extent.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then he spills the beans. Because Bucky's like shooting at him and stuff, being all
I
Winter
thought he
Soldier.
shot him in the head, but
No, it's just right behind.
Yeah.
Just took the ear out.
But yeah, so we find out that this guy worked for Hydra, then he worked for the CIA, then he got dusted, and he came back,
Dusted.
and they had put aside the super soldier stuff,
D-Dub.
and so he's like, well, I got nothing else to do. It's my life's work. So I went to Madripoor and was making the serum for the power broker.
Yeah.
Which we find out could be the main guy behind all this.
It had his sign and all that stuff.
He's the head of Madripoor.
That's right.
We haven't met him yet.
We haven't met him yet. I guarantee we're gonna meet him in the next episode.
But yeah. So scientist dude has been in contact with the leader of the Flag Smashers, which they stole all the serum from this guy. And then once Zemo finds out that all the information he needs and there's no more serum, he just kills this guy.
Zemo.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh my god, what have you done?
There's a flamethrower.
And then there's a big explosion because Marvel got a Marvel.
What was the Marvel they got?
They're being
Someone's sleepy.
They're being marvelous. They're marveling.
Makes sense. I like you play on the word.
Yes.
Pretty good.
I tried.
But you don't have to try very hard, Matt. You're doing it.
Ow.
You're doing it.
But so the boys are headed back
I mean, the boys.
to the U.S. What are they trying to hunt down? No. They got a lead on where the Flag Smashers were.
Yeah.
So they're off to find out where they are. And Sharon stays in Madripoor.
Sweet girl.
There's a big problem.
Gets in a car and says to the
We have a
driver,
big problem.
we got a big problem.
Also, Zemo wore his mask.
Zemo did wear his comic accurate mask.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He looked cool.
He's kicking ass.
Yeah.
Like jumping around, actually doing stuff, not just standing behind plexiglass, being menacing and saying words and saying, hey, look at this VHS tape. It's from Civil War.
I know.
Yes.
You just said it very crookedly.
I know I said it. But we got a big Yeah. We got a cameo at the end.
We did.
We did.
Oh, shoot. I'm ready for this right now.
Wakanda.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yes,
Vibranium.
the entire.
Yeah, not the entire. Yeah, what?
It was one person.
It was the
Princess, yeah, or
the Okoye's, Okoye's, like secondhand lady.
Yeah.
she didn't do
part of the
anything for the
King's
little bit
Guard.
she was in there, though. Do you remember we were talking about, like, this guy needs help, and you just show up, he's Wakanda. It's like, dude, I need,
Well, I
like,
think they just
3 pizzas
Well, they
done.
just maybe figured out that he was there. But it's cool that Bucky still has a connection
Yeah.
with Wakanda.
He's
That's
the White
cool.
Wolf.
Yeah.
White Wolf.
So, and that wraps up the episode.
I loved it. I love the show.
It was really good.
It's fantastic.
It is starting to plant the seeds of what I feel more like an MCU show would be.
Yeah.
Like, this is a really good transition from movies into this kind of
Yeah. For sure.
like episodic series. I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna have, maybe. I mean, they're 45 minutes,
Yeah.
6 episodes. What does that come out to?
I'll do math. Right
Do math.
now.
Do math.
I'm gonna do math, Dustin.
She's doing math.
Good luck.
Yes.
270.
Divide that by 60.
4.5.
So it's a 4.5 hour movie, basically, that this show is doing. Yeah. So so it's able to, really tell this story
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
like we've never seen a Marvel movie before.
Mm-hmm.
Which really plays in because they can focus on, a little harder, a little more controversial topics.
Yeah.
They have room to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
They can work that into the story, and it works.
Yeah.
And we did get that Bucky is just gonna take the shield
Yeah.
if it comes to it, which was pretty nuts.
The more I see it, the more comforting it is. Just him just taking the shield.
Just Bucky getting it?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, when he just took it in the last episode, I was like, yeah.
Ah.
I just want
I think
Sam.
that's-
I just want Sam and Bucky to share it.
Yeah.
Or,
I think that's
or
gonna.
get his own.
I think we're at an arc right now with Sam
Mm-hmm.
where he's at a low point
Yeah.
of where he needs to be when it comes to taking the mantle of Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
So right now he's down. He wants to just destroy it because he's actually siding with Zemo a bit about how icons can be turned in, against what they stand
I saw
for.
that when they were in the private jet and Sam was like, Zemo was talking and then Sam was like, "Don't push it,"
Yeah.
and then he just kept saying accurate things.
Yeah.
And then Sam was like, "Okay."
It was a bit of a turn.
Yeah.
But that's the point. That's Zemo.
Yeah.
He can turn you because he's very psychologically,
Yeah.
advanced.
Mm-hmm.
And he can do that and get into your head.
Yeah.
Which he's doing with Sam.
Mhm.
So
Which could be a good or a bad thing.
I mean, it's probably a bad thing. I want to see Sam with the shield.
Me too.
I think it's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no super suit for Sam. No flying in this episode.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
It was grounded. It was a real nose to the grindstone
Yeah.
episode.
When Zemo was like, "I need you to pretend to be someone you once were," I thought he was gonna have his.
Oh, put the mask on.
No, like an eyeliner. I'm not eyeliner, but like his eyeshadow, his black eyeshadow.
Just put the mask on. You can leave the eyeshadow at home.
I liked it.
Okay.
It's very edgy.
Yes, so edgy. So
I'm
20.
Bucky and I'm edgy and I kill people.
So 2014 edgy.
Ew. That's gonna be scary when that's a thing. Oh, I already used to remember 2014. Oh, what a phase.
Oh, man, me with my mask and my long hair and my
I like
eyeshadow.
this long hair.
Yeah.
I think the shorter hair is growing on me. I didn't like it at first, but it's better now. So.
Well, you know.
He's a really good actor. I underestimated him.
Yeah, I like him whenever he shows up.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of anything else that, like, you know, popped out in the episode.
Just like them walking together. Just like
Yeah.
Sam, Zemo, and Bucky walking.
Yeah, they're just sent into
just
the
very-
the underling workings of Madripoor was very
Well, that and
very
at the end,
badassy.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
cool. And Zemo was like, "Don't blow our cover."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then
It's
when
just definitely seeing like Zemo just not be so like grimacing and like evil.
yeah.
Like just him like trying to make things work. It's just interesting to me, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I look at him as a villain that that could have a purpose later on.
Oh yeah,
Like I wouldn't see the point in killing him off, honestly.
yeah,
I mean, you didn't kill him off in Civil War.
yeah. Don't
Just
get
keep
me
him
wrong,
going.
he's a bad person.
No, he's a bad person. He deserves to be in jail for what he did.
Yeah,
But he's a good
he's a good.
he's a good catalyst for
yeah.
things to happen to our heroes.
Yes.
And speaking of catalyst things happening, what do you think of the explosion of the lab?
All I thought was.
I mean, that's a lot of chemicals.
Yeah.
That's a lot of super soldier, like,
Do you
base
think
chemicals.
Do you think it got?
I mean, they were breathing it in. Be interesting if that was a turn that they went.
I don't know.
Like they open next episode and they're all like feeling kind of
Wonky.
wonky.
That would be. I mean, that would make a lot of sense for Sam because yeah, he's strong, but to be, quote unquote, not the next Captain America, but what Cap wanted him to be.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be strong.
Yeah.
I mean, he is strong, but he's not, super soldier strong.
I think that's kind of the interesting dynamic with Captain America in the MCU is that it's a symbol.
Mm-hmm.
It's an iconic, suit to wear and it's something to hold that shield,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the suit that makes the man.
Yeah, and I keep seeing, like, edits of Sam, like, in his, like, exact suit,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, with wings.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to see that very much. Like, I do want to see maybe the star, but I want Sam's version of it, not Cap's version of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But
I feel like if they did go the explosion route,
mm-hmm.
they would have foreshadowed it a little bit more.
Probably. And
So.
it's probably just an explosion, but, like, when it comes to the super soldier serum, like, that
They did show a lot of serum, like,
stuff going on.
stuff. So.
But, like, when it comes to Steve and his exposure to it, Ernskine, I'm probably butchering that name,
It's okay.
but the original scientist that came up with it, his whole thing was that it'll make what's in you that much stronger.
Yeah.
So it makes a good man better.
Yeah.
So that's why Steve embodies that whole Captain America thing so, perfectly. Because he was a good guy. Now, you put the suit onto John Walker, and he's not a super soldier.
Yeah.
He's just a guy. He's flawed. He's a human.
Yeah.
He's doesn't have what Steve did.
Yeah.
So, like, that's kind of, you almost need a super soldier to take the mantle.
Yeah. But we'll see. Also,
And then
one more thing.
yeah.
And if we see next episode or the next 3 episodes when it says previously on.
Yeah.
And if it has the explosion, then something's up.
Maybe, yeah.
So.
But I bring up the whole, like, you know, Walker and Steve and the super soldier thing is because the bit of new Cap that we do get in this episode, he does go to where the Flag Smashers were, and he's interrogating the guy that helped the group.
Oh yeah,
and
I totally forgot.
and the
He's
guy,
like, do you know who I am?
Yeah, this guy who's just a regular guy who's supports what the Flag Smashers are all about, spits in Walker's face,
and he talked in
totally has zero respect for him.
He talked in English,
and he did talk.
That was cool.
He knew what he was talking about. Anyway, though, but the fact that is just because you wear the suit doesn't mean that you command the same respect that we used to have with Steve. And it's an interesting kind of... It's almost like an allegory for America. Like, we aren't what we were.
Yeah.
We go in, and if we go in guns blazing and beating people up, we're not going to have the respect that we used to.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of, a little bit what the show is trying to get across. It's not escapism anymore with the MCU.
Yeah.
The show has definitely brought it in a little bit more of a real world kind of, stuff that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've ranted for too
It's okay.
long. I'm sorry.
I enjoyed.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll just have to see what next week brings us.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. It's definitely I'm highly looking forward to each Friday to get here.
Me too.
So I know Dustin is too. He's sleeping.
He is sleeping.
Should I poke him?
No.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to this Falcon and the Winter Soldier review. More to come. We have a lot of episodes out this week if you guys want to check those out too. A lot of reviews, such as the Nobody review, great movie, and the Godzilla versus Kong, or Kong versus Godzilla with just Matt and Dustin.
It was a good time.
And then our main episode, and then this episode.
Yep.
So with that said, make sure to follow us on our Instagram at the Squadcast.podcast.
And if you like what we're doing and you want to help support us, you can check us out on patreon.com by looking up the Squadcast Podcast and toss us a Tharny.
All right.
And you can check us out on Facebook, the Squadcast Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a website.
The Squadcastpodcast.squarespace.com.
.squarespace.com. And we have a letterbox too with my father's reviews.
Yes, check it out.
They're good. They're not bad.
Give us a follow.
Don't blow.
Come on now.
Come on now.
It's fun. We have fun here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone again, and Squadcast Podcast.